Mystery Science Theater 3000 was canceled by Netflix right before Turkey Day, which is a real gut punch to the fandom because Mystery Science Theater Turkey Day is a big thing. It's, they do the marathons, they do the live streams now. It's a huge thing. And it getting canceled hurt because I think we all kind of were hoping there would be a season 3. Netflix only really paid for one season because I helped pay for that first season with Kickstarter. They did chime in some stuff, but I never felt like, I never felt like they did the show total justice because give them another season, give them another chance. But then I was thinking about, and I like Jonah, I like the new cast, I like everyone in there, I like all the new episodes. I know some people haven't gotten to catch up with it. Cry Wilderness was my favorite episode, but if you're going to start, please watch the first one because it is a quicker riffing style, and I would say just get used to it because you don't want to ruin a good episode based on just getting used to a thing. So I'd say just watch the first 2 of the whatever season it was, the first season on Netflix of the Netflix original ones. So it got me thinking about what you would do with Mystery Science Theater. And first off, I would like Jonah and them to continue. I have no ill will towards them. I've always liked Jonah. I've been very pro him. And I do think the fandom's in an interesting place because just based on, we have the live tours now. We have more meetups than we ever did. But obviously, there's more of a fandom now. We're meeting more. We're meeting up more. We have more events to go to. We just had the 2 conventions in the 90s, which I didn't get to go to in Minnesota before. So I think the brand is really hot. So I think you could get it on another streaming service. But here's how I would really reboot it for the record. I think it's cool doing kind of an LA Hollywood season with Netflix. And I have no problems with that. But at the same time, one of the things I always loved about Mystery Science Theater is it was a small show out of Minnesota. The most famous person was Joel. And they basically just had all these smaller comedians who, they did shows and they might have a little bit of a following, but they could have never gotten their weird humor anywhere else. So, forget the streaming services. Although, Zane Powers on the Super Chat, thank you, Zane Powers, very much. Cheers to you. One of the things I should say from Zane Powers' Super Chat there of any chance of me continuing with another platform, Joel and the creators of Mystery Science Theater own the rights to Mystery Science Theater, so it can go to other streaming platforms. Based on that, the Netflix episodes will stay on Netflix. I don't think they can get those back, but I don't think Netflix will take them down, so it's not a concern. But it can go to another streaming platform if they desire it. So I think if they did that, I'm very pro that. But it's what would you, I kind of was thinking about how I would reboot it. And I was thinking about the Minnesota thing, and you had these smaller comedians and unknown people. Mystery Science Theater has a YouTube channel with little clips and things like that. Basically, here's what I'm saying. The show having a huge budget was really cool. I love that. Let's bring the budget down and start a Patreon and make a YouTube channel for Mystery Science Theater with smaller comedians in Minnesota. Get a warehouse somewhere there. And just once a month, we get a Mystery Science Theater episode, and maybe 2 weeks after the episode, we get them doing a short. And that's how you do it. And just get newer, different talent we haven't heard of. I like Jonah and Hampton and I like everybody. And I think Gypsy's voice should still be a girl. I saw on the Turkey Day stream they had the girl from the circus tour, and it could be her. I don't know. I just want someone riffing who's good at riffing and things like that, and Joel can still be involved. What I'm saying is let's get Mystery Science Theater sort of back to its smaller roots and do it through YouTube. I think that would be really cool, and I think that would be something that would be really neat to do, and I think it would be a good passing of the torch, and you can just have it it would be more of an event. You'd be like, oh, it's the beginning of the month or the end of the month. I don't know when they would do it, but it would be the time of the month, and you'd be like, there's a new Mystery Science Theater, and they could spread it out more, and they could be like, oh, they did this movie, oh my god, and then they can do one, a lesser movie in a lesser month. It could make them more events and stuff. They could take off for a few months to go on tour. They could be maybe 10 episodes a year, 9 episodes a year, and then they tour when they're not doing that and stuff like that, and it wouldn't seem as hard to do because that's their everyday job. And I think you could, they had one of the biggest Kickstarters in Kickstarter history for a TV show, so just think of what that Patreon would be. I'm just saying, I think that's how I would reboot Mystery Science Theater, is let's make it weird again, let's make it strange again, let's make it small again, and I think that would really work for it. And I think that's kind of more of the spirit of Mystery Science Theater, to be honest with you. By the way, I know some of my comments could be construed as against Jonah and that crew. I'm really not. I think they did a great job, but it is kind of the celebrity Mystery Science Theater, and I'm just saying I think it might be good for the thing to kind of go back and kind of build itself up again, and also more people and different people could see it. I don't know. I think it would be cool. That's just kind of something I was thinking about even before this happened, that might be the best way to do it after this. And the show can continue because they own the rights, which you can't do anymore in media. So it's kind of cool that since Joel had a good agent back in the early 90s, that's how that happened. Anyway, that's how I would reboot Mystery Science Theater.